Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I will be reviewing the Thrustmaster T150. The T150 is the cheapest force feedback wheel in the Thrustmaster lineup. With a 2 Nm maximum torque output, it is an entry-level force feedback wheel with about half the force feedback of the T300 base and equal to the output of a Logitech G29. The design is much in line with bigger brother T300, so nothing spectacular, made of plastic with no colors aside from the front, where the T150 is engraved at one side and functions at the other side. It is also a much more compact housing than the T300, but still has some weight to it. Here the same comment goes as for the T300, you could add some color to it, but as is, it's pretty neutral, which is not bad either. So the first thing you notice with the T150 is that the steering wheel is not detachable. So you're stuck with the steering wheel. The steering wheel feels solid and well attached. It does feel very light though. The materials used to construct it are what you would expect of a budget wheel. You have the hard plastic top, and then you have like this plastic rubberish substance. It reminds me of those Veleda gloves, you know, that you use to clean. The layout of the wheel is kept very simple, no joysticks and about all the buttons you need for usage on a PlayStation. The buttons themselves don't feel cheap to the touch, unlike what I expected. The diameter measures 28 centimeters, which is a standard. There is a nice metal-like plastic engraving of the Thrustmaster logo, and although it should be metal instead of plastic, it does add in a positive way to the value of the rim. The flappy pedals are made entirely out of metal, which feels good against the tip of the fingers and are also very responsive. Nice clickers, but loud. The pedal base is made entirely out of thick plastic with large pedal faces. The 2-pedal configuration does make it perfect for the cockpits with a central single bar wheelbase holder. It does use potentiometers to measure the input and is connected to the base via an RG connector. The design is again very neutral, mostly due to the use of one material and color, black. So how is the ride with the T150? Yeah, you immediately feel the force feedback difference if you use this wheel and a T300, for example, or even a T248. This is a lot less powerful. You can just feel it. The steering wheel gives you a 12-bit resolution, which means 4096 values can be measured on the wheel. It does feel relatively precise when I turn into the corners. The lack of power is especially felt on the curbs, but in general makes it harder to feel the behavior of your car on the road. Well, and this also is a gear and belt hybrid. So the ride itself feels smoother than, for example, with Logitech G923. But to be honest, it does drive better than expected. But every time your back wheels are starting to slide, you are always remembered of the modest torque this hybrid system generates. For the pedals, the box says that the brake is progressive, but from what I noticed, both brake and the accelerator feel way too soft. The pedals in general are, well, yeah, not Thrustmaster's finest creation. I had such a hard time dosing my braking and adapting the muscle memory of my legs to this set. And I do get it, it's a budget wheel, and can I expect something better for that price? And talking about price, the set costs $250 or around €200, which makes it cheaper than the main competitor, the Logitech G923. This low price also makes it even more sharply priced on the secondary market. And the proof is that I bought a T150 hardly used for less than €100. I wouldn't recommend it to you though. Yes, you have a driving experience with force feedback, but it just feels cheap to the touch. I did miss the immersion on this wheelbase and it overshadowed the performance of this wheel. Thank you all for watching again. I was absent for a week, for a good week, because of my daughter's birthday and the necessity to raise some funds, but I will be back at my regular publishing ratio soon. One of the viewers of the channel didn't mind me loaning his brand new second-hand CSL Elite, so Hoss, thank you in advance. This will probably be the next review unless I can lay my hands on a GT DD Pro. Don't forget to give a like or subscribe to show support to the channel, and see you all next video.